Hello, everybody. How are we doing? iShard 2003, aka Camden here today, aka 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗓𝗧𝗦, I guess. Now that secret is out. You got scared? I'm sorry, Hawk. But hello, Hawk. Hello, Artist. Hello, Elise. And hello, who else was in here? Simply7. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you guys doing today? Also, how is sound? It has been months since I streamed last, because of school and life being extremely busy. So just checking in. Sounds good. Can you hear music? Is it picking up? Sound is good. Awesome sauce. Welcome in, welcome in. How have we been? It has been so long since my last stream. Does anyone know when my last stream was? Oh, and also we do have ads starting in about a minute. So as always, if you want to avoid those, feel free to sub, but no pressure. I won't talk about anything important while the ad's going on. Um, but yeah, how you guys been? I was distracted working on English presentation. Ooh, what's your presentation over? What you making it over? The song is so familiar. It's Would You Be So Kind by Dottie, however you say their name. I don't know what it's from, but I heard it once and I liked it, so I threw it on my playlist. It's a nice one. It's a vibe. You also remember this song? Is this from something and I just don't know? Or it's just a popular song? Hey, Spook Crab, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Also, I got so many offline follows recently. Oh my gosh, what's going on with the emotes? I added that emote thing recently to the screen. I didn't realize so many of my emotes pop up once someone follows. It's kind of cool. Um, Thank you, Ice Crystals. Ooh, I like how you spell crystals in your name. It's kind of funky and cool. Yeah, welcome in. How are you doing today? But yeah, we've had a lot of offline follows since I revealed my identity, so I guess I'll read those out. Thank you to the gaming. Is it Josher? It's kind of cut off. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Josher, the gaming Josher. Uh, Bazzy Day. I hope I said that right. Lumastar, JLad147, Whaleation. I hope I said that right. And From the Ashes, and then of course Simply7. Thank you guys so much for all the offline follows. I have this in my crush playlist, as in you have a crush on the artist, or you like whenever you have a crush and you throw the playlist on. It was about English speaking countries. Oh, so when you mean English, you mean like English language, not English like literature. Gotcha. It was about English speaking countries, and I have chosen Malta because my first online friend is Maltese, and I'm friends with her too. Oh, cool. That's really cool. Very, very nice. Is the ad still going? I don't want to talk about any. I was going to talk all about MCYT highlights today. We might do some Minecrafting later, but I don't want to talk about anything too much while the ad's still going on. So I want to reveal all the lore. Oh, here we go. It shows. It says 2 minutes left. All right, so we got 2 minutes. Say whatever while people are getting their ads. I don't want to reveal too much. But yeah. Thank you guys for coming in today. I appreciate it. Also, I don't know if anyone noticed, I did change the backgrounds for the screen on my just chatting screen. I've always wanted a background because in past I've had it to where it's just like the blue background from my starting screen soon or starting soon screen. But I felt like it was too bland, and also it like matched the colors on my shirt a little too much, so it felt like I was blending in with the background. So I this is a background from Club Penguin. I just like Club Penguin, and also I feel like being ice shard and all, I have a very snowy winter vibe. I like winter anyway. It's probably my favorite season, just vibe based. So I chose to put that as my background. I felt like it felt very thematic and appropriate. Hey Calvin, how are you? How's it going? I haven't been able to chat much recently. So it's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Okay, we got about 40 seconds left on the ad, and then I'll spill all my guts. All about 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗓 highlights. I will answer all of your questions. Doing good, thanks. Just chilling. Nice. I've been watching, even though I haven't been really active in the AutoCraft Discord the last few weeks, Calvin, because I've been like busy. I've been watching a lot of your shorts that you've been doing, like the biome builds that you're doing, and they all look so cool. I've saved a bunch for, like to my Pinterest for like inspiration at future dates. They're so good. I've already gotten an ad. What'd you get an ad for, Hawk? I always like to know what people get ads for now that I do have ads on this channel. Because it's different based on regions too. You haven't been autocrafting too much lately? Yeah, understandable. Hi, Alpin. I love that emote. It's cute. How are you doing? Like 5 different Swedish things. One was about a Wi-Fi thingy. Nice. Spook Crab, you said you got a Honda one? Nice. Very fancy. Good. Chilling out, drinking coffee. Ooh, yum. Yeah, it is pretty early. I don't usually do streams this early, but my family is still at school because for those who don't know, well, obviously I have 2 younger siblings. I guess not obviously, but I have 2 younger siblings who are both still in school. My sister is a senior in high school, and my brother is a 7th grader. So they're at school, and then both my parents are teachers. So everyone in my family is at school right now because they still go for another like 2 weeks, I think. Um, but I'm done with this semester, so I was like, while they're gone, I'm gonna take this opportunity with like the house being quiet to stream, because I don't know how many good opportunities I'm gonna have to stream this summer. Um, Even though the semester's over and I really want to stream and make videos again, I don't know how active I'm gonna be able to be, just because I am still things are still up in the air. I'm looking for like an internship and a job for the summer, just so I can get some experience on a resume for after I graduate. I haven't looked into anything yet though, so I need to get on that. But that might slow down what I'm able to do. I do want to get at least one video out this summer though, and I have a couple actually that I want to do. I want to do one in my Let's Play world, and then also I found out that this summer is actually the 10th anniversary from when I started doing Minecraft videos on YouTube. I've technically had my YouTube channel for longer, but the videos I did before Minecraft have been unlisted and privated, just because I don't like them. And then, excuse me, sorry. Uh, Mods, can we please delete that guy, that ad, that bot? Um, what was I talking about? Oh, I found out it's gonna be 10 years since I started doing Minecraft videos. Thank you, Elise. And I want to do like probably some streams that'll be turned into videos, but I want to react to a bunch of my old stuff on YouTube. I think that would be so fun because I started doing Minecraft videos 2014, so I would have been 11, I think. So I was little. I was itty bitty. And a bunch of them are probably cringy and really bad, but I think it would be a fun video and stream idea. So look forward to that this summer. Bro, I forgot how to mod for a second there. I know we don't usually need to mod because our chat's so chill most of the time, but I appreciate it. Reacting to old vids is very fun. Yeah. Oh, hi, Cubic. I don't know how I missed you for a second there. Welcome in. Alrighty, so the purpose of today's stream. I guess we should finally get to it. I am MCYT highlights. I've had this account since September, I think. It really didn't like start blowing up until like a month or two ago, but it was me the whole time. I'm still shocked. It's so funny. I actually initially planned on never revealing. Oh, hello, alarm. I didn't know I had an alarm set still. Um, yeah, I was initially planning on never revealing that I was MCYT hats just because I was like, I didn't see a need to. But then like, especially on Twitter, no one really cared about who I was on TikTok, but on Twitter, people were like, "You've got to be in like Hermit Twit or all these other like sub Twitter spaces like in the Minecraft community," and so people started like hunting down who I was really, and so I thought I'd play into it. So I was making like follower milestones, like, "Hey, if you give me this many followers, I'll reveal this piece of lore. I'll reveal what my pronouns are, what um, who some of my mutuals are, stuff like that." And then 5K was the promised identity reveal, and we hit 4K, and then we hit 5K within 24 hours of hitting 4K, which was insane. Everyone really wanted to find out who I was, and then I revealed, and some people knew who I was, like the auto crafters and the potato snails, but a lot of people were like, "Who's that?" I'm just a nobody, like on my main. So I thought that was kind of funny though. He never even told the auto crafters. I didn't. I did do a few autocraft things. I didn't want to do too much autocraft, like post too much autocraft on the account because I didn't want to like have people trace me through it. But I did sneak some like C-dubs clips into the account, and I might do some more in the future now because now that I have time to actually catch up on episodes, I've been behind on autocraft episodes just because of how busy I've been. Um, but yeah, I'm excited. It was a fun journey to follow. Yeah, it was fun, wasn't it? Hello, MCYT highlights person. How's it going? It's going good. How are you, the gaming Josher? Thank you for your offline follow, by the way. Never even told the potato snails. No, but you guys were the first ones that I admitted to being, because you guys saw the PowerPoint that From the Ashes made that like debunked my identity. Hold on, I want to try to pull up that PowerPoint because that was really funny. We were so confused where the account got the llama clips from. Yeah, I just got it from C-Dubs' clips on Twitch. I'll show y'all how I do my clips because people think that like I spend a lot of time like curating clips to post. I actually don't spend that much time. It's super easy. The hardest, like the thing that takes the most time on these videos that I post is just the captions. Thanks for the hydrate, by the way, Hawk. I don't know if you heard my bottle, but I took a little sip. Oh, also, Hawk redeems water the chat. If y'all are new to my channel, not only do we have a point redemption for Hydrate the Human, or Hydrate Me, but we also have a Hydrate chat redeem. So it's a little reminder for y'all to make sure you're hydrating. Let's see, what did I miss? Cam is no longer Ice Shard. He's now MCYT Hides. Nah, I'm still Ice. That PowerPoint was so funny. Ash was dedicated and I was impressed. Hey, thank you for the follow, Zero Haven Gaming. I hope I said that right. Welcome in, welcome in. I trusted you. I saw your reply and I was like, haha, it must not be him. Really? I thought that if you read the PowerPoint, it was obvious. Let me see. Let me try to pull it up. The ashes. Where did they put that PowerPoint? Oh, here we go, docs. Let's go. What happens if I go desktop? Wait, I have the right. Okay, I do. I was like, I don't want to dox anything. What Wow, that emote explosion. Yeah, I don't know if I like the emote explosion yet. I didn't know that was a feature when with the like emote thing that pops up because like I chose that because if you type an emote in chat, it'll pop up in front of my PNG tuber. But I didn't know it would like explode whenever someone follows, so I might change that. But we'll keep it for now. It's kind of fun. I was fully convinced it was you after that PowerPoint, but I feel like I've seen that account for a while. Yeah, I was surprised when Prince in the Potato Snail Discord was like, "I've been following that TikTok for months. I had no idea." I thought that was so funny. The birthday bit was well, yeah. Towards the end, I started doing a really bad job at like hiding my identity. But anyway, here is the PowerPoint that Ash made. Behind the red creeper. Why 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗟𝗦 highlights is Camden, aka Ice. Proof one, the three big mutuals. So for one of my lore drops, I named three people that I was following on my main that also follow 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗦 highlights. So it was Solidary Meow or Rowan, who's pretty active in like the Juice Cafe community, Owen's Juice TV's community. P the Peanut, who's an active member of Traffic Twit, and is also the person that organized that Traffic Twit for Palestine art project that I took part in. So that's how I became mutuals with them, and I added them in. And then Hatsui Kaz, I think that's how you say their name. They're also a part of Traffic Twit. So I named them, and so people went through and, through process of elimination, found out that I was the connecting thread. I was the common denominator between the three of them. Um, so I did get a few DMs whenever I released this of people guessing me, but like I just said, "Oh no, that's not me," or I won't confirm, your suspicions just yet. But then they found more proof. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, hold on. Maisie wants in. Maisie's my dog. Come on in, Maisie. The dedication, I know. Not gonna lie, I didn't think you would respond to my greeting letter tweet. That surprised me because I didn't think you would respond. Greeting letter. I can't remember which one that was, but I do respond to a lot of tweets. Um, okay, proof two, age. This is outdated now, but for 2,000 followers, I revealed that I was 20. And then people figured out that I was 20 in my bio. I am 21 now, but that was proof. Are you queer? I said I'm not, but I'm an ally. Um, they didn't post like I mean they post my bio. Nothing on it says I'm part of like the LGBTQ community. So I don't know if they like assumed because I was Christian that I'm not. Technically, you can be Christian and LGBTQ, despite what some people say. I believe you can at least. But anyway, I don't really present as queer at all. So I guess that also proves it. So there's that one. Proof four, a genuine 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗦t. What's your main and also what are some of your hobbies? I said main is a secret for now, and I like to draw and make Minecraft videos on my own channel. Obviously, in my bio I have artist, and then I've linked my my YouTube. So they figured that one out. Proof five, other games. Do you have any favorite games? I said Minecraft, and they said anything other than that. I said Fortnite, and I just recently got into Stardew. So Ash went through and found my my stream tweets of me playing Fortnite and Stardew. Put two and two together there. Proof six. This one is one that I thought people would figure out earlier on. I said this, and almost nobody took note of it, and a lot of people forgot this tweet that I made. So I'm surprised that Ash actually remembered it. I said, "Dear 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗦t guy, hello." Oh, I do remember that one now. Yeah, yeah. Once I saw that Fortnite and started tweet, that's when I went, dude, that's him. Yeah. Um, yeah, I thought this one was gonna be obvious, but a lot of people didn't put two and two together. They said, "Can you describe your main Sono/skin in 3 words?" I said, flannel, cats, and orange. And, obviously, that's pretty much my skin to a T. You might not be able to tell that the black on my shirt is a cat. It's supposed to be my cat Hershey. But if you couldn't figure that out, then you could have like looked at the ears on the toque, or obviously the cat's all in my bio. I call this moment real investigative journalism. It is, isn't it? Banner pattern. This is one that I didn't even think about like being evidence, but then I saw this pattern. I'm like, oh wait, I did use the same like dot pattern in the background for both my Twitter banner and my 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗓𝗦𝗧𝗏 highlights banner. I thought it was kind of funny. But yeah, they got me there. Proof 8, Warriors Cats Kid. There was a video that went viral a little bit in like 𝗦𝗡𝗠𝗡's community of them reacting to a Warriors Cat short, because they did a stream where they were reacting to YouTube shorts, and Warriors came up on their feed. And so I replied, I was like, because they were like, oh no, that's so sad, because it was like a death of a cat, and I was like, Astro's death? No, he deserved that. And then I like was like, here's some more lore for y'all to eat up. If I had seen this tweet, I would have known. Really, this would have been it for you. Uh, so I was like, yeah, I am. And so they connected it, because I don't really keep it a secret that I was a Warriors kid on this account. But yeah, that was funny. Favorite 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓s? Rowan asked, and I said, Good Times with Scar, 𝗦𝗡𝗡, and 𝗦𝗡𝗡. And so someone found a tier list that I did once of Minecraft creators, and saw that Scar, 𝗦𝗡𝗏s, and 𝗦𝗡𝗡 were all in like the GOAT tier. So there's one. Luca fan. This one I thought was a little random, because I feel like a lot of people are Luca fans. Could have been anyone, but I guess it adds up. They asked if I saw Grian's new skin, his fisherman skin from season 10 of Hermitcraft. I said yeah, and it reminds me of Alberto's dad from Luca. I don't know if any of y'all have seen Luca, but the guy with the big burly mustache is just a fisherman. I just thought it was just a random connection. But then Ash went through my alt and found me talking about Luca at one point. So I am a Luca fan apparently. Proof 11. Cats. Do you like cats? Yeah, cats are cool. Obviously, all my branding is cats pretty much, so that adds up. Most recent post before April 10th. Someone asked what my most recent post was on my main, and I said, let's say something going on in real life. At that point, my most recent post was about the eclipse that I saw, because we got I was in the path of totality, being in Texas. So I posted a lot about that, and people put that together. What's happening? I just finished writing from a presentation. I'm going through the PowerPoint that was made over 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓 highlights, and how it was me reviewing the allegations, if you will. The tweet is from over a year ago. The Luca one, is it for real? Oh, it's from 2 years ago. I thought that one was recent. That's surprising. Um, but yeah, the allegations. Uh, I love Luca. Watched it on the plane to the UK. It's so cute. If y'all haven't watched Luca, maybe find a way to pirate it, because Disney's supporting Palestine and we should be boycotting. Also, speaking of Palestine, if anyone, I don't know if anyone saw, but I have a new chat command. I haven't streamed since a lot of the Palestine stuff has been going on, but it's a situation that's really I'm passionate about, and I think needs more attention drawn to it. So I'm not gonna get real political on streams, but I do have that command. It'll provide. Here, I can throw it in chat. I can type right. It basically gives a little rundown of what's going on, and then I've linked a Twitter thread that has educational resources, websites that you can learn about the conflict at. There's like resources talking about companies you should be boycotting, and then there's a bunch of charities that you can donate to, and there are also some free resources that you can go and interact with in order to help raise money to free Palestine, and to help families get out over there. There's one resource, Arab.org. If you go there, it's a super easy resource you can use to help raise money for Palestinians. It basically there's just some buttons that you can press on there. I think they show you ads, and then the ad revenue that they get from those buttons is donated. So lots of great resources in that thread. Go check it out. I won't talk about Palestine too much on stream because I know it's a very serious and sad situation that's going on, but it is something that's important to me, and I do want to use the little platform that I have to speak out about it. So that is there. Feel free to use it whenever. And free Palestine. But yeah, back to Luca. If you haven't seen it, find a way to boycott it maybe, or borrow somebody's Disney Plus or whatever. But it is really cute. It's such a simple movie, and it's like so heartwarming. I really enjoy it. Okay, continuing. Who are some of your favorite YouTubers outside of Minecraft YouTube, if you have any? I said Big Boss Bose. She does like true crime stuff. 𝗦𝗢𝗓𝗓𝗡 and the Sad Boys podcast. And so Ash went through and found my Twitch recap from last year and saw that Bose was in my top 5 streamers that I watched. So that was smart thinking. They must have had to dig for that one a little bit because I saw in like some of these previous threads or slides, sorry, like the Luca one, the bold Luca here shows that they like searched it on Twitter, and then when you search a keyword on Twitter, it'll highlight whatever you searched. So I can tell that they searched for Luca here, but I never like typed Bose in this tweet, so they had to do a little bit of digging to find that one. Artist. Someone asked if I was an artist. I said, yeah, it's not a particularly great one. I think I'm a good artist, but not great. That's why I say not great. But they said Ash was very kind and said I'm a great one. I appreciate that, Ash, if you're watching this. I'm a great artist. I hear artist and I think 116. No, I do too. My phone is like broken. Anytime I type artist, it like autocorrects to capital A artist. Because I've like used it as a proper noun so much now to refer to artists. It's so funny. But yeah, I'm the same, at least. You're an amazing artist. Oh, thanks, Alpin. And thanks, Cubic. And Hawk. But yeah, they found my commissions that I do. So there's that point. Profile picture, I was asked what my profile picture is, and I said an OC, an original character, and they said, I love that for you, what fandom is it from? And I didn't want to say Warriors at the time, because when I was asked this was still pretty early on of people trying to figure out who I was, so I just said from a children's book series, I was referring to Warriors, and said how it's like, did start as a Warriors OC. I've kind of just evolved it into like the mascot for my channel now, is what he is, but they went through and found my Warriors OC. There's Ice, so they figured that one out. Proof 16, man, I revealed that I was in fact a dude. I got 𝗦𝗢𝗓𝗓𝗡, if anyone knows who that is. Who's the other cat? That's Hershey. It's supposed to be my cat Hershey. I don't really draw her like that anymore, but I did draw her at the time. This was 2019, it looks like. So my art style has evolved a little bit. That's not really how 𝗦𝗢𝗓𝗓𝗡 looks anymore. I mean, like, that's what 𝗦𝗢𝗓𝗓𝗡 looks like now. I'm a bit more consistent with how I draw him. Whoops, not game. Not just chatting. There we go. But yeah, I said that I was a dude, and then he found him in my bio. Hello, Nuno the Kidder. Welcome in. Oh, I love the Cleo emote. That's cute. Welcome in. I'm currently going through my, from the Ashes PowerPoint, where they debunked. They figured out that I was 𝗦𝗢𝗓𝗡 highlights. I'm going through all the proof that they found. So yeah, they found out I was a dude. Proof 17, Crane Wives. Someone found out I made a Crane Wives reference on 𝗦𝗢𝗓𝗡 highlights, and they said, "Are you a Crane Wives enjoyer?" And I said yes. And they said, "That's fantastic to hear. If you want to share what's your favorite song," and I said, "Right now it's The Well." but it was the moon will sing, because the well is like somewhat newer. And they went and found my Apple Music recap, and they saw that the moon will sing was in my top 5 listened songs, and then the Crane Wise was number 2 on most listened artist. People went insane with the guesses, right? They like did their research. As who said it? Who said investigative? The gaming Josher said it's real investigative journalism. They apparently did this all in one night too. I was impressed. Proof 18 Christian. Stevie asked, "Hey, I'm related, but are you Christian?" And I said that's forbidden for now, because I felt like being like a Christian who's pro like LGBTQ like rights is like very niche, and also in a community where most people aren't Christian and are LGBTQ. I felt like it would have been easy like if I was in a group of suspects to like narrow it down to me. So I said it was forbidden knowledge for now. But the week kind of gives away that it might be. I might be, and then obviously I have it in my bio. That's some game theory level stuff, right? Proof 19 English major. They said more MCRT highlights are lower there in school, and I said university to be exact. So what's your major? And I said English literature. I didn't realize until I saw this PowerPoint, but I do have the English lit as like in my bio on Twitch, below the stream. So they figured that one out. They figured out my May birthday, because Rowan said their birthday was the 20th, and I said, oh my gosh, we share a birth month. And then they figured out that I have a May birthday. Royal Family fan, I made a tweet a few months back talking about like drop your favorite like Minecraft series that you feel like only you remember. That's like real niche. And someone referenced Little Carly and Little Kelly's Royal Family roleplay from like, gosh, when would have that been? 2015, 2016? And then 𝗦𝗢𝗓𝗓, who, shout out to 𝗦𝗢𝗓, they're a fan artist in like the traffic twit, hermit twit space. They're really, really good. I love their art style. But they made a tweet saying, referencing like Taylor Swift, you wouldn't last an hour in the asylum where they raised me. And it was pictures of the royal family castle from that role play. And I was like, oh no, but I love that series. It had me hooked as a kid. 𝗦𝗢𝗓𝗓 beloved. Yeah, they're so good. I love their art style. For 22, Michaela clip actually got jump scared last night. 𝗦𝗦𝗓𝗓 was doing a stream on their alt, and I didn't realize they had an alt. So I hopped on to Twitch and I gave him a follow over there. And on stream, he was like, "Oh my gosh, is that 𝗦𝗦𝗓𝗓𝗦 following me?" And I was like, "I've been perceived. I've been caught," because I had forgotten that he like. I don't think he follows 𝗦𝗦𝗓𝗦, but he definitely like interacts with me on there. And so I was like, oh gosh, I've been perceived. He knows me. But he said that he went through and read the PowerPoint, thought it was funny he was in it. But he said, 𝗦𝗦𝗓𝗦, what's your favorite Pal Creations clip? If y'all don't know, Pal Creations is the like SMP, I don't want to say production company, but it's kind of a production company that the way they run it. But yeah, he was like, what's your favorite Power Creations clip? So anything from Pirates SMP or Rats SMP. And I said anything with Shep for no reason at all. It's kind of kidding there because I got Shep to do a quote unquote voice reveal for me at my 4K milestone and reveal. So I said anything with Shep to like keep playing into the joke of like I'm Shep. But then in parentheses, my real answer was one of Michaela's first clips from her first day where she transitions from her peaceful like lore intro to the middle of the night and she's getting chased by mobs. I talked about how that was my favorite, and then I referenced that on my main apparently and was caught out for that. And then that's all for now. That was all the lore that they found out. But I mean what was that? 22 tweets pulled up proving that I was Camden AKIs. But even after they put out this PowerPoint, I like replied and they even DM'd me and I'm like, I don't know. I'm not convinced. I don't think you got the right guy. And then every month I do a skin bracket on MCYT highlights. I started 3 months ago, I think. Where basically I put up a bunch of Minecraft YouTuber skins against each other under like a certain theme, and people vote on like their favorites and whatnot. So 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗟𝗦𝗛 Crowfather's skin won the other day in the alter ego bracket, and I accidentally posted the results on my main instead of MCYT highlights. And all the potato snails were going to say, they're like, Cam, you need to delete that right now. And I was like, I was in the middle of packing because I was like moving out that day to come home from college. So I didn't have Discord pulled up or whatever. And so I pulled it up and then I saw their like messages. I'm like, oh shoot. And I like erased the Twitter to delete it and post it on the right account. But a few people did find me through that. I think from the Ashes who made this PowerPoint, they saw it, and so I DM'd them. I'm like, okay, you were right, but be quiet. We got to keep the secret for now, you know. Hello, by the way. Who's that just came in? Ianlish. I hope I said that right. Welcome in. I appreciate you being here. The screen is on the Discord server. You're watching Twitter at the exact time. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. I'll go back to just chatting. Are you? But yeah, that I thought I was gonna accidentally give myself away a lot sooner, so I'm surprised that it took that long to goof up. Oh, also hi, M. Thank you for the water chat hydrate water chat point redeem. Again, if y'all don't know, when that's redeemed, everyone has to do a hydrate check. So here's my obligatory crinkle, so y'all know I have my bottle of water. Gotta go. It's late for me. Nice to meet you, Camden. Nice to meet you too, Joshua. Hope to see you around in future. Yeah. Here's the goof up. It's basically like word for word what I posted on the main account afterwards, but I accidentally retweeted the results on main, and I was like, no. It was so goofy. Bottle of water. Yeah, everyone get your bottle of water. Give it a little sip. But yeah, that was fun. I really enjoyed the hunt for me. It was fun. Made me feel special for a little bit. I have a plastic goldfish bowl I got from Target that came with a lid, straw, and silicone goldfish that's on the straw. Like, goldfish is in, like, a real goldfish, or goldfish is in, like, the snack goldfish? Oh, wait, and when you say goldfish bowl, do you mean, like, a bowl in the shape of a goldfish, or do you mean, like, a bowl that you would keep a goldfish in? I have so many questions. What do you mean? Are you drinking out of a fish bowl? Like a fake goldfish fish in a bowl, you would just keep a goldfish in? That's so funny. Like a mason jar, like how some people will drink out of mason jars, but you just got a goldfish bowl? That's so funny. They're way too small for fish? Oh yeah, they're tiny. My cousins had a goldfish for a while. I always felt bad seeing it because it was just swimming in such a tiny little enclosure. Hi, Soar. Welcome in. It's been a while. It has. We haven't talked in forever. But welcome in. How are you? Screenshot of us panicking in your server too. Oh, you want me to pull that up? Oh, you posted it. Okay. Hold on, let me pull it up. Here we go. You forgot to change accounts. Prince was like laughing. Everyone's tagging me. Quickly, dude, you gotta fix it. Oh no. People are noticing in the comment. Everyone's just freaking out. quickly. And I was like, I have all days. I went months without making a mistake, and today's the day. At least it was just the day before I actually fully revealed. So I, there wasn't enough time for anybody to leak it. The people that did see it. There I am, Gary. There I am. I'm about to get interviewed for college. Ooh, that's exciting. Good luck with that. Anyways, gotta do a lot to do today. Alrighty, Em. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thanks for the hydrates while you're here. Have fun with your goldfish bowl. But yeah, by the way, I don't know if y'all saw my profile picture on Discord changed recently. For my birthday, Sammy. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Soar. Everyone, you know what to do. Get your bottle of water. There's my obligatory crinkle. But Sammy from my Discord, my community Discord, made me a piece of fan art for my birthday, and it's so cool. I want to pull it up real quick to show y'all. I made it my profile picture, but it's small, obviously there, so it doesn't give you a great great feel for it. So many waters. I know, you gotta hydrate. I have been talking a lot this stream though, so I do appreciate it. Here it is. Oh, let me drag it in. It's so big. Let me turn on. I can keep my PNG too, where it's not really bugging it. But look at that! It's of 𝗦𝗓𝗏, my OC, in front of shards of ice. I thought it was so cool. I was like, thank you so much. This is so cool. So shout out to Sammy. What's their username? 'Cause their username on most platforms isn't Sammy. It's oh, they just changed it to K. Or at least that's what it's showing up as on my feed. I forgot. Sammy, if you're watching, feel free to remind me. If you don't want to be in chat, you can DM me or whatever. I do want to give you proper credit though. So wherever people can find you and follow you if they want, yeah, let me know. But yeah, there's that. So cool. Could you catch me up on the announcement? Yeah, I'm 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗓𝗏. That's what the announcement was. I don't know if you've seen the account, but I have an account on Twitter and an account on TikTok. My TikTok one is really big. Twitter isn't as big, but I made Twitter milestones for followers. People could follow me, and then I would reveal more about myself. And then at 5K, I revealed my main. So now I've been getting some new followers on main. People coming over from that account. But basically, I just post a bunch of clips from various Minecraft YouTubers. My goal with the account. Hey, Luminous Cake, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Is that my mood of the moods? It is. Welcome in. But yeah, basically my goal with the account was I started it out because I wanted to post some clips that I had saved to my phone that I thought were funny, like reaction videos from different Minecraft YouTubers. And I didn't really feel like anyone would like them on my main, or on my alt. One, because I don't have very many followers on my alt. Well, I do now that I've revealed myself. But initially, I didn't have very many followers on my alt, and I feel like it was appropriate to post on my main because I try to keep my main as like art stuff and video stuff that I do, kind of like a portfolio-ish, more professional looking, as far as professional as a Twitter can go. But yeah, I didn't want to post it on there, so I was like, I'm gonna make a new account just for Minecraft clips. And if people want to like try to find certain clips on Twitter or on TikTok in future, then I can be like that source of like, here's that one clip that you're thinking about. And I try to keep the captions. I started out trying to keep the captions very basic and very like straight to the point, like what's going on in the video, so people could look up like Grian doing this or whatever, and then they could pull up that clip. but then it started getting bigger on Twitter. Actually, I started it on Twitter, wasn't getting any traction, and so I was like, I'll also make a TikTok because a lot of people are on TikTok and the algorithm's pretty good. It blew up. I have, I think, like 35,000 followers over there now. And my notifications are like broken on that account because I get so many likes a day on the clips that I do. But it started out like that. Tango does follow. It was so funny. I posted a clip of him from one of his streams, and it was Mrs. Tango. She came in and she was like, "I bought you something to wear during MCC. I'm gonna need you to like close your eyes though. It's gonna be a surprise for Saturday. I'll let you see it when you put it on." But she wanted to show chat, so she showed it off or whatever. And someone in my comments of that video was like, "Oh, you should delete this. Tango's gonna see this and he's gonna get spoiled." And I was like, "Well, one, he'll read the caption if he does see it, and see what it is, and out of respect for his wife, not not watch." But then also I was like, Tango's never gonna see this. Like, I don't think he's on Twitter enough. And then that same night, I got a follow from Tango, and I was like, no, Tango, avert your eyes. I think I followed the TikTok back in October. Yeah, that would have been right when I started because I made the account in September, I think. It's MCYT highlights the real one, the legit one, the guy, the man. I am. Cam, if you can't find Sammy, try to search for. Oh, is that their name? Koyoki, Koyoki. That's your username on most things now. Thanks, Hawk. I can't remember. I knew it had to do something with the K, but their Discord name is just K dot 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 now. I don't know what they did with their full names. So I'm like, oh no, can't remember. Yeah, I appreciate it. If y'all want to follow Sammy, the person that did this amazing fan art, that is their name, Koyoki. Um, I'm so glad it blew up and MCYT highlights pops in my For You page. The clips introduced me to a lot of MCYTs. Well, yeah, that's what kind of, I'm glad you said that because that's kind of what it turned into. Once I started realizing I was gaining traction from the clips I was posting, like, I kind of want to use this to like shout out underrated creators that I follow. Um, Maisie, are you good? I don't know if you can hear Maisie. We got beanbags in here and she's like trying to knock them down so she can get a good spot to sit on them. Here, May, stand up real quick. Go. There you go. Got a little bit more to lay on. Please don't unplug my computer. But yeah, it kind of turned into like me wanting to shout out smaller, more underrated creators, and also introduce people to newer like other parts of the community because I feel like the acronym MCYT has kind of gotten a bad rap because for the longest time it was only associated with one particular group of creators, and a lot of those creators have gone on to become really bad people. And so a lot of people like have a negative view of the Minecraft like creator space, and I wanted to kind of show like no, like it's not just this one group that creates Minecraft content. Like there's the Hermits, there's the POW Creations guys and gals, there's the Area Unknown group, there's Autocraft, who I'm gonna post more clips of in future now. There's Channel 64. There's the Castaway Girls. There's all of these groups, and everyone has like all these cool ideas and these cool series that they do, and they just don't get enough attention because all MCYT refers to is that one group who I'm going to refrain from mentioning because I want to give them more attention. But yeah, so that's kind of what it turned into, and that's what it will continue to be in future. I've definitely recently, with like opening up that form where people can submit clips, it's become easier for me to find creators that even I'm not aware of that some of my followers are. And I just want to kind of like spread the love. That's kind of my goal with the account. So that's why I'm not planning on posting any of my own clips on there, even with my identity out now, because I don't want it to like come off as like I'm profiting off the account in any way. One, I haven't monetized the TikTok, and I don't have like Twitter Blue or whatever to monetize tweets. I think that's unethical. There are tons of clip channels on YouTube and TikTok that like pump out clips from creators that aren't monetized, and they just try to get views and like steal content that way. That's not what I want to do. So none of my stuff's monetized, and I try to keep clips that I have like maybe 2 minutes tops. If it's a stream, I might do up to 5 minutes because it's like not very many people will go back and rewatch VODs. So yeah, I'm trying to make it like apparent and trying to be transparent that I'm not profiting off of this anyway, either monetarily or through like clout. Obviously, I have been hyping up my identity reveal and kind of, plugging my stuff the last couple of days. But I think following this stream, I'm just gonna have my name in bio as I'm the person that runs this account. So if you need to contact me for problems, like if a creator would want one of their clips taken down, or you know, need to reach me for some reason, they can. But I'm not gonna like push my stuff and plug my stuff all over the account. I will plug my friends though. So 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗟𝗦, all you autocrafters, heads up. So true. I'm so glad you're changing the perception of 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗦. It can definitely be divisive. Yeah. So that's my plan. I think it's working out well. I have gotten a few DMs from a few creators. Who has reached out to me? From memory, Watermunch from Duckcraft and Pirates SMP, Derpy from Duckcraft. I'm a Shep from Duckcraft and Pirates, mainly Duckcraft and the PAL Creations people. 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗦. Let's see messages. Certainly Laz. Beerfunger. I think that's how you say their name. I hope. Maddie Milkberry. Lagundo. And yeah, I think those are the ones that have DM'd me, and then I've had more that have just followed me. But they did let me know that they like appreciate the positive light that I'm putting on them in their channels, which makes me feel good because I just want to like share the love, like I said. I saw that you guys retweeted my tier list on the Autocraft account. And the Channel 64 guys have seen it. Very cool, very cool. But yeah, do you guys have any other questions? I've kind of like given the full rundown now, I think. I've kind of talked about all the stuff I wanted to talk about. Do y'all have any questions as to like how I run it? Any funny stories that you guys want me to like talk about since now that I'm out and I can talk about it more? I don't know. I know some of my some of my close friends, like the Autocrafters and the Potato Snails, you guys haven't really found the account until recently. But has anybody who's been here for a while, or who has followed the account for a while, have any questions? Or like any questions just about me personally? I'd love to do a little Q&A. Ooh, I'm gonna redeem a hydrate on myself. It's my obligatory crinkle. What's it like to be a celebrity? It is kind of weird. I don't love how many notifications I have now. The downside of fame, can't find anything in your notifications anymore. But no, it's fun. I don't know. I don't really see myself as famous. A lot of people say they see the account, but luckily I don't think on Twitter I've kind of gotten a reputation as being like, oh my gosh, it's 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗦 highlights. But like on TikTok, people just see me as the guy that posts clips, and I'd rather have my reputation be that on that account. Obviously, I'd love more attention on like the stuff I create on my Twitch because I'm selfish like that, I guess. But like, as for MCYT highlights, I don't care about the account being like me as the person running the account being famous. I just like the idea of people enjoying the clips that I post. And honestly, like that's kind of what I feel like with my main as well. Like I don't care if people remember who Camden aka Ice is, but if people remember like a video or two that I made or a series, and they were entertained by it or a story I told really resonated with them, I think that's cool. I would much prefer that. But yeah, it is cool. It is cool being reached out to by different creators who I've like respected in the community for a while. Um, they're just people though. Like I don't try to get too hyped about it because like I feel like people put a lot of these creators on pedestals, which is how we unfortunately get a lot of wrongins in these places of power who have these super parasocial relationships with their fans, and they cause a lot of trouble. I think that hyping them up as like, oh my gosh, you're super famous, you're like better than I'll ever be. I don't know. I don't like to see these guys as like, OMG, so and so followed. Like I get excited, but I'm not like, um, they're people. I just think it's cool. I enjoy them. They're the stuff that they create, and I get excited that I get a chance to talk to them. But at the end of the day, they're just people like me. I've seen the account pop up a few times, but I never put much thought into it. It's cool that it was someone that I know. Yeah. Have you watched any Arrowverse shows? Supergirl, Flash, Arrow? Yeah, I used to be really into the Arrowverse. I watched it past what was that crossover called? Crisis on Infinite Earths. I felt like a lot of the shows dipped in quality after that though. So I've watched Arrow all the way through. I watched Supergirl all the way through. I stopped watching Flash. Oh, thank you, Meerkat Molly, for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. How are you doing? I stopped watching The Flash at season 7, I think. I think it was season 7 because the writing was just it got so bad, and I just dipped out. Thank you, Black Zero Cherries, Black Oat Cherries. Welcome in. And then Legends of Tomorrow, I stopped watching at season 5. I think. I think that's when I dipped on it. Batgirl, I made it through season 2 and then quit. Black Lightning, I think I only watched the first season. And then Superman and Lois is the only one that I've continued to watch. I plan on watching the final season when it eventually comes out, if it ever comes out. I know there's a lot of changes going on at the CW network, not just with their like superhero shows, but with all of their shows. Just because TV's in a weird space right now with streaming and everything. But yeah, I'm excited for their final season. But I enjoyed the Arrowverse when I was into it. I think the early seasons of The Flash, and most of Arrow still holds up pretty well. Superman and Lois is probably like objectively the best one though out of all of the Arrowverse shows, but they're good. Just went on a mission so Sammy can be properly credited. So his Twitch account is called 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗓. There you go. If you guys want to follow them. I think they have a DeviantArt too, do they? Do people still use DeviantArt? I heard that there was some changes going on over there. I'm looking it up. We're doing some research. I don't see them over there. They probably have more stuff on Twitter or Insta. I just don't know. I definitely fell asleep. What happened? We just were going over the account and fun stories. If anyone will do well with fame, it shall be Camden. Thank you, I appreciate it. But I'm just Camden still. I just started Superman and Lois. I'm loving it so far. Yeah, it's really good. Compared to the other shows, I mean, like, I wouldn't say it's like the best quality superhero show, but like compared to the other Arrowverse shows, I think it's a real step up in quality of both writing, special effects, acting. I love the chemistry between all the actors on that show as well. They feel like real family and real like friends or whatever. It's great. Look, man, I was awake till 2 a.m. for no good reasons. I was also up until 2 a.m., but I somehow woke up naturally at like 8 without an alarm. I don't know why. I pulled an all-nighter the other night because I was finishing finals. So on Sunday night, I stayed up because I had a presentation on Monday for a project that I hadn't started. um, for that project, I had to write an essay and do some kind of creative element for the project based on like a book we were reading in class. So I stayed up all night. Thank you, Ian Lish, for the follow. I appreciate it. I hope I'm still saying your name right. Let me know if I'm not, and I'll correct myself. But oh, may you come back in? Yeah, so I stayed up all night working on like an art piece and writing an essay for this this project. And then I didn't go to sleep until the following night because then I had to pack for coming home and the drive home. So it was insane. It was almost like 48 hours worth of no sleep. I've seen Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, and Arrow all the way through. I plan to catch up on the Flash eventually, even though it fell off. Yeah, I don't think I didn't watch anything from season 8 or season 9, but I watched clips every once in a while to see like, you know, what's the show doing nowadays? What's the plot? And every clip I saw, I'm like, I'm so glad I stopped watching because like they were just repeating a lot of old plot lines, and I felt like they were trying to come up with more story when there didn't need to be more story. It could have ended probably season 4 or 5, maybe even 6. Um, Afterwards, I felt like, some shows get like that. They just go on for too long. It's okay to end your story early. But obviously, most business models won't see it that way. But yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about how I get clips for 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓 highlights to show that it doesn't really take. Highlights to show. Gosh. I pulled up my own stream to show it doesn't take that long. So like, basically, this is how I do it, right? The reason why most of the clips I post are from Twitch and not YouTube videos is because it takes more time to go through YouTube videos and find clippable moments. And when I'm busy in a semester and I don't have a lot of time, like another reason I did this account is because part of it is to like help me keep up with what's going on in like Hermitcraft and series that I like because I don't have time to watch all the episodes. So I'm just going through streams and finding funny moments. But basically what I do is like I'll use my channel as an example. I'll go to somebody's channel, I'll go to videos, sort by clips. Most of them will have clips in the last 7 days. But then if not, I can go all clips. I'll just go through and I'll open up a bunch of these clips, watch them. I might go through a couple of times, like load in more pages of clips a couple of times. Watch a few, find a few that I think are worth posting, and then I save it. There's a website. Oh gosh, I hope I didn't dox anything right there. Goodness gracious. I did it fast enough. I'll cut it out of the bot if I have to. But yeah, I'll come to this website, 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓, and I'll just throw in the URL from the clip, download it, and then I'll post it on Twitter and TikTok. It's pretty fun. But yeah, everyone was always like, "Oh my gosh, you must spend all the like, how do you have so much time to post so much?" And I'm like, it takes no time at all. Like I said, the hardest part is just typing in the captions because I like to add a lot of hashtags to help with like algorithms and stuff. Um, but yeah, it's nothing. from the get-go. Alright, how long have we been live for? A little over an hour. Hello, Stars Phobic. Welcome in. How are you doing? I saw you last night in Napo's chat. I think that was you at least. Yeah, since we've been going for an hour now, just chatting. I can continue to chat about MCYT highlights if y'all are curious. That's crazy. I was there. You were. I saw you. You were perceived. But yeah, why don't we get into some Minecraft and just some like chill playing. I'll just hop in my single player world. We can keep chatting for a little bit while I play. I got a new mod. If y'all follow my Twitter, which I guess most of y'all follow my Twitter, y'all will have seen it. I got a new mod that lets you change, like get animated eyes on your skin, which is super cool. I saw it. Who posted it? It was on the AutoCraft server where I found out about it. Hold on, let me switch. Hello, 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗓𝗦. I hope I said that right. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Let me change game. Let's say that we're doing Minecraft now. There we go. And then we will switch over to the game. Somebody in the AutoCraft server or Discord server posted about this. But you can change your skin and get animated eyes. It's a little funky in some points, but like it's so cool when you look up, you get real wide-eyed, kind of squint when you look down, and then every once in a while it'll blink, and then can you do the animation? There we go. A little like look around like, what's going on? I love it. It's so fun. You can also do eyebrows, I think, with it. I've seen some people do. I don't have eyebrows on my skin normally though, so I chose not to, but I love it so much. It looks so silly, right? Also, since it's been so long since I last streamed, I actually updated my skin. Sometimes I'll just like make fun skins like while listening to audiobooks for class because I don't really have to think about the skin that I'm making. I'm just kind of coloring it in. So I did update my skin a little bit. I don't know. If you're new, you won't notice any changes because you've never seen my skin before. But for those of y'all who have been around, the plaid jacket, I guess, kind of goes down a little bit onto like the leg layers a bit more. There's a bit of like ruffles on the sleeves. I didn't really use the outer layers previously, but I do now. There's a bit more shading on my face, so my eyes have some shading. There's a little bit under the hair and stuff. I think if you go on the outside of my skin, there's hair on the bottom of my head now. Previously, it was just skin. But yeah, it's got lots of updates to it. I think it just looks a little bit nicer. I had the same skin for a few years now, without like many changes. I'm like, it could use some refining. So it's the same skin, just a little bit more detailed. Is that series coming back? It might. I was talking at the beginning of stream. You know, I don't know how much free time I'm actually gonna have this summer, but I would like to plan at least having one episode out. I already have a build in my creative world and in 𝗦𝗦𝗢𝗔𝗟𝗦 that I want to put in the world. And I have all the resources for it. It's just a matter of like sitting down and filming the episode, which I guess I can do now. I think what I might do is during the summer stream the process of me making an episode. If anyone watches Joe Hills from Hermitcraft, he tends to film a lot of his episodes on stream. Not all of his episodes, but a lot of scenes in them. He'll do on stream. So I might do that where it's like if you come onto my stream, you can see like basically what I'm doing during the time lapses of builds. I can give y'all a little insight, a little sneak peek of what the episode will look like, but all lore will be secret until the episode comes out. So yeah, I would like to have it come back this summer, but we'll see how much time we have. Oh, I heard a bird con for a second. I thought something was in the house, but then I realized it's my ambient sounds mod. I was like, why is it so loud? What's your favorite Fortnite season? Ooh, that's hard. Chapter 2 had some banger seasons. I really liked Chapter 2 Season 2, the spy season with Midas. I really enjoyed Chapter 2 Season 7, which was like the alien invasion season. Chapter 3 Season 2, the war season was good. Chapter 4 Season 2, which was the cyberpunk one. Or like, I don't know if it was cyberpunk, but like Neo Tilted and all that. I really enjoyed that one. Checking real quick if I have any pickaxes that aren't about to break. I might need to go. Yeah, I need to go to the Ender. Hey, Stevie, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Hello. You love early chapter 2? Yeah, early chapter 2 was a vibe. That was like during the pandemic too, so I spent a lot of time playing Fortnite during that time. Stevie, what are you doing here? I've got the Juice Cafe to follow me. This is great. I've been honestly, I've been really enjoying the newest season, the Greek season with the gods and everything. It's been fun. Stars me and Camden are Moody's. Yeah. Got so many new mutuals now from 𝗦𝗦𝗧𝗦𝗦𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧 like all of the 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓 saga. I went through the PowerPoint, reviewing all the, as I said, allegations, all of the evidence. Then I was 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓 highlights and just talking about, you know, stuff I've done with the account over the last few months. Now we're just kind of talking about me, getting to know me a bit more, but if you have any questions about 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓 highlights, feel free to ask away. 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓 highlights lore. Oh, I went to the wrong portal. This is the portal to my village. Also, if anyone hasn't seen, I haven't gone to the Nether really in episodes. Oh gosh, lots of lag. I might need to reset Minecraft. There's a weird bug with, I think, some of the mods that I have, where if I go to too many portals, my game starts to crash. Yeah, I started making like paving ways for Nether tunnel highways during the semester too. I have played a lot of Minecraft, even though I haven't streamed, just because it's a game that I can play while listening to audiobooks for class. I gotta sadly head out. See you around. See you around, stars. Hope to see you around in future. But yeah, it's something that I can play that I don't really have to think about. So like I'll throw on an audiobook for class, something that I have to read. And then I'll just do like a really monotonous task like mining for hours while I listen to it. Just because it makes it easier to get through the book. But yeah, so that's why I have these giant tunnels in the Nether now. That I haven't really shown on stream or in videos before. I told you I wouldn't follow back unless you were unless you are who you are. Yeah, I read that right. It was a poor attempt to have you admit it earlier. No, yeah, you weren't getting anything out of me. I didn't admit until my leak the other day where I accidentally posted on my main. There were a few people I admitted to after that. Potato snails. Technically I admitted to them before, but then I posted on main, so that kind of confirmed it. Potato snails I admitted to. From the Ashes, who made the PowerPoint, I admitted to. Ooh, hello. Who else? Stevie. Heck, that's it. I think it was just Potato Snails and then YouTube. Everyone else had to find out through through the reveal. My internet does not like me right now. Could be because I'm outside, so I gotta go. Okay, bye, Stevie. See you around. Thanks for popping in, saying hi. But yeah, it's been a fun ride. But now I don't have to be anxious about revealing myself because I've revealed. Calling it now. Now, calling it now. I've also been digging out the stronghold. Because I want to do a cool build in here. Yeah. Ooh, gosh. Yeah. Anyway, I've talked a lot about myself today. What's new going on with all of you guys? Any cool real life stuff going on that you feel comfortable talking about? Anyone else who's been at school had a good semester? My semester has been, not gonna lie, it's been pretty awful. Like, grades are okay. I would have liked them to be better, but like I'm passing everything. I've got A's and B's. But like just workload wise, oh, let me go ahead and mute the game because this is gonna be loud. Workload wise, it's been terrible. Mental health wise, it's been terrible. But like I'm doing good now. I am so happy to be done. I have a good feeling about next semester. I think this will be a good summer to like recharge, get ready for my senior year. How you caring about you? Oh, thanks. I start my new job next week. Ooh, fun. So like, were you doing an internship when I was on AutoCraft, or were you just at a different job? Also, I don't think I've actually said anything about AutoCraft on my main, just because I've been busy, but I did unfortunately step away from AutoCraft. Obviously, the AutoCrafters already know this, but just because I didn't have the time to commit to the server like I wanted, and I felt bad, like, you know, taking up space on the server and like saying I was going to get an episode out when like realistically with how rough the semester was going, I started to realize a couple months in that I wasn't going to be able to do as much on the server as I wanted. So I did step away. I'm still huge fan of the server. I love all the guys over there. So like, go check them out. Go check out Alpin and Calvin and Rusty and Sherbert, and like I can't even name everybody. There's just everyone is so great over there. They're great. I can't wait to see what they do for the rest of the season and what the start of next season looks like, because I think that's coming up for you guys this summer. But yeah, I did step away just because I realized I couldn't commit like I initially sought out to. So maybe I'll return one day. It might be after college though, just because I've learned I can't commit to major Minecraft projects during school. Congrats on being done. Thanks. Gotta read Sculpt a little bit. Took a gap year before starting college in the fall, so I'm enjoying my free time. Oh yeah, that must be nice. What are you thinking about studying in college? Simply 7. Yeah, it was an internship, but it was meant to be extended, or I was gonna get an offer, but there were so many shenanigans on their end that I ended up being unemployed. Oh, that stinks. But at least you found a new job. That's good. Made some friends along the way, but that company really burnt me. Aw, that stinks. We miss you on Autocraft, but I totally understand. I'm in a very similar boat with commitments. Yeah. But, you know, even though it was a short time, I spent a really short time on the server. I enjoyed it. I loved getting to know you guys. You're a great group of people, both like in terms of the content y'all make, but then also just like as people. You guys are really kind and really sweet. Um, I've been in some great communities, like Minecraft SMP communities in the past, but y'all are definitely top the list for sure. I appreciate y'all's time and company. I have no clue, to be honest. It was one of the main reasons for the break. I think something math related though. That's all right. Going in without a plan isn't like out of the ordinary. I think a lot of people make it out that you have to have a plan in college. But honestly, like college is like a great time for like exploration, like getting to know more about like what you like and enjoy, um, experimenting with different career opportunities. Um, but yeah, our Western civilization likes to try to hurry you through college and stuff to get you into the workforce when really it's like take your time, you know. Um, make sure that you are comfortable with what you're doing. Um, obviously, you got to work to make sure you're financially stable. I know not everyone is in the position to take a gap year. Like I wasn't able to take a gap year at any point. Um, I have been fortunate enough to that I don't have to work every summer. I do work like during the semester at a little ice cream shop, but you're like 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗟𝗦 chill brother. That's honestly one of the best things someone has ever said to describe me. That's great. I appreciate that. And welcome in Perp Duck. I appreciate it. Gotta get ready for some appointments, but I'll be lurking. Alrighty. No worries, Alpin. Thanks for chatting. College bro. Artist, you've been going through it this semester. Just like me. Maybe even more than me. I'm so sorry. Are you done yet, artist? Or are you still a little longer? I know we were in VC recently, we all talked, but I forget so much. Don't leave me here alone. Don't tell me that we've grown for having loved a little while. Oh, I don't wanna be alone. 2 years, dude? No. I mean, like, are you almost done with your semester? Because you've been working on finals. You showed us your final project in the Discord, but I didn't know if you turned it in yet. Oh, you are done? Okay, nice. Congrats. I guess I was gonna go mining or something, but I should show y'all what I'm doing in this world. 'Cause some of y'all are new and you aren't familiar with this world. I'm gonna work at a grocery store now for the summer. That's a good idea. I guess it depends on what grocery store. Is it like a Walmart? Because if it was a Walmart, then good luck. But if it's something nice, then that's good. Winko. You don't have those out here. I've never heard of that before. Hey, get out. What are you doing under my house? No, we don't have those in Texas. Or at least not in my part of Texas. But yeah, for those of y'all who are new to my channel, let me show you a little bit around my world. It's pretty small right now. This is my starter house. Well, technically, it's not even my starter house. Technically, I have a starter tent. This is my Let's Play world that I have going on YouTube. I only have 2 episodes out on YouTube, but it's a Let's Play series with some lore integrated into it. So I won't go through the lore right now. That's something you can go watch my videos for. But I started in this starter tent over here. Little starter tent with moss. Have some crop fields over here to the right. This is Wallace, my horse, and my little garden set up. I've got a lot of pet allays that I still need to make a home for. But you can come out here to the water. Good place. They're gonna pay me $16.50 an hour. Oh, that is nice. Man, I should move over where you are and get a job there. Ice cream shop doesn't even pay that much, and I'm a shift lead. But yeah, this is like my upgraded starter house. It's really cozy. It's cute. It's one of my favorite starter houses that I've made in Minecraft. Um, You've already kind of seen the inside, so I won't go back in. But then, as part of the lore, we have this rift that's opened up. This is actually a sneak peek. It's grown since the last video I did. It was a bit smaller, and I've upgraded it. So now you can kind of see some stuff leaking through the rift. That's lore. I'm not going to explain it. Your world and builds look so cozy. Thanks. That's kind of my goal with this world, is to have like deep lore, but like still a cozy feel to the world. I want it to feel whimsical. But yeah, there's some like, you know, some sneak peeks, some hints as to what might be coming through this rift. Basically, the very basic explanation for this world and its lore is like, it is a universe in the multiverse that's broken, and so things seep through rifts all the time. Obviously, if you watch Hermitcraft, this rift is very reminiscent of Grian's in season 9, that started like the Empires crossover. Hermitcraft stuff's not coming through the portal. I'm just using it as like something, as a design that people are familiar with, so they kind of get what's going on if they're new to the series. But yeah, so there's that. I made a watchtower over there in the distance, where we're studying from afar in case anything dangerous comes over on this end. We'll be at a safe distance, but we can still keep watch. And we have a big lake in the middle here. I've never seen a lake spawn like this in a Minecraft world, which is why this is like one of my favorite seeds. It was a sinkhole. There used to be like a hollowed out cave in the middle here, like ravine. I went down to bedrock pretty much, but I broke it all. I mined it out, so that way it's just the lake. And I think I like that a lot more. And then over here, you can see there's a lot of cleared out trees in this taiga. That's where the build in the next episode is going to go, once I eventually get around to it. And then we got like a big wheat field over there. There's not really any build over there. It's just the wheat. So I wanted a big area to get a lot of wheat for bread and for builds and stuff. So yeah, not a lot's been built yet. I would have liked to have a lot more built by this point in the series, but yeah, I just haven't gotten around to it. School been busy, but yeah. So now what I think I'm going to go do is I'm going to go back to that stronghold that we were in, and I'm going to try and mine some more of it out. Some more of the stone bricks, because I've been using a lot of the stone bricks in my mine here, because once I mine out tunnels, I like to replace it with like stone bricks in the sides, make it look like it's an old temple, like a labyrinth under this temple. I built this in the last episode. This is my mine entrance. It's supposed to look like the entrance to the temple. Then you go down. As you can see, these are just my mine shafts, but I decorate them. The lower you get, the less finished they are. There's less moss down here. And obviously some walls aren't fully made, but the tunnels are growing. This is also something I want to put like an iron farm or a slime farm in here. There are some of these that are slime chunks. So maybe I might make this a slime farm and then move an iron farm closer to the surface. But the tunnels are growing. I'm going to grab some torches though before I head out. Restock on some bread. Put some of that in there. Get a fresh stack. Okay. But yeah, I'm loving how this works. Even though I haven't been able to make a lot of videos in this world yet, I'm really loving how it's coming together. It's really, really nice. I'm taking my time with it. I'm not rushing. I mean, I did rush to the end because I like in-game stuff. I like having mending and experience farms and access to blocks from every dimension. But like, I don't have wings in Elytra. That's one of my goals for this world, is to not rush to the Elytra, because I want to travel more on foot, ride horses, make minecart tracks, stuff like that. Because I feel like since the elytra was introduced, a lot of people are always flying over builds, and it kind of defeats the purpose of like paving paths and really thinking as you're building things from the ground level how you walk up to a build, like what points of view you take, how you can limit perspectives. It's a lot of stuff that I hear Good Times with Scarrant and 𝗦𝗚𝗚 talk about in Hermitcraft. And I really like it, so I kind of wanted to incorporate it in this one. Oh gosh, am I going to have to reset the game again? Hopefully it's just the chunks loading and not portal shenanigans, portal bugs again. Okay, what if I find out all of this corridor? Oh gosh, more lag. There we go. Let me start mining this out. Oh my gosh, it's the PowerPoint person. Hello from the ashes, welcome in. It is Mr. Highlights. You just missed it. Oh gosh, where'd you go? Here you are. We did a PowerPoint review of your evidence earlier, and I was telling stories about 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗓𝗏 Highlights. If you have any questions or whatever, feel free to ask. Even though we're in Minecraft now, we're vibing, kind of using this time as a Q&A while I mine. But yeah, how are you? Also, I was meaning to ask, do you go by Ash? And also, what are your pronouns? I want to make sure I refer to you properly. But I've just been talking about you lately. I'm like, I've just been referring to you as like from the ashes, like full name and the person, because I don't know how you like to be referred to. No problem. I go by Ash mainly. Ash's works too, and pronouns are he, they. Thanks for asking. Yeah, no problem. Always want to make sure that I'm properly bringing people, giving them the respect they deserve. We're currently in Minecraft in my Let's Play world. I have a Let's Play series on YouTube. That's kind of on hiatus right now because my semester was so busy, but I've just hopped on now that I'm caught up with talking about the account. 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗓𝗏 Highlights, but yeah, we're just vibing. How are you doing today, by the way? Doing well, I hope. It does feel weird to be live again since it's been so long. I feel like I'm out of practice. You'll come to learn I am more of a, I mean, in recent years I've streamed more than I've done videos, but I feel more confident as someone who makes videos than as someone who streams, just because I have more control over what gets shown in editing. So sometimes I am a little awkward when I stream, but it's fun. We have good times here. Ooh, hello. Blah, 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 blah. I'm nice, doing pretty good. I'm unfortunately at school right now. She just pops in to say hi and have to head out again soon. Yeah, no worries. Don't stay if you got stuff to do. I'm glad I was able to find your account. Looking forward to seeing your content. Thanks. I appreciate it. All of your kind words are much appreciated that you've said on Twitter and in DMs. Makes me feel good. Ooh. Why are these guys? Silverfish are so annoying. It was nice chatting, though. I do have to pop off. Yeah, no worries. Have a great rest of your day at school. Have a great day as well. Thanks. Has anyone listened to any good music lately? Any new artists that you've been listening to? I've mainly just been on the 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗟𝗦 and Oh Hello's binge. I love those two groups. Oh hello. Most of the other songs I've been listening to is stuff that I've like seen on TikTok that's just been stuck in my head. Like Hazier. How do you say Hazier's name? Is it Hazier? Hazier? His new song Too Sweet. That song has been stuck in my head nonstop. I'll be at work and I'll just be whistling the whole shift that song over and over again. It's so catchy. Luna. Is that the K-pop? Is it a group or is it a person? I think it's a group, right? I might be wrong. I don't know much about K-pop. I know you've talked about them in past, though. Oz, you're too sweet. Yeah, yeah. You're gonna say that one? It's so catchy. Like, I felt bad. I was like, I don't know if uh my coworkers at work can tell what I'm whistling, but I was whistling it like the whole shift, and I was like, I kind of feel bad, but like it's just like when I get bored, I just start whistling like the songs. It's just like my natural bored reaction. So a lot of the times I didn't realize I was doing it, and I would catch myself, and I'm like, oh, I should probably stop. This might be annoying. I've also been listening to a lot of Chappell Rowan lately. I've heard a lot of people talking about Chappell Rowan, but I've not actually like listened to her songs. I should though. I've heard a couple of them on like TikTok, but I'm not actually like pulled it up on Apple Music or YouTube and like listen to it full way through. Any of her songs? What would you recommend? She's like pop, right? Hello again, Cubic. Wait, Cubic, I don't know if you were here when I switched over to Minecraft, but did you see I finally got the eyes to work? I blink now. I move. I'm alive. It is so cool. People that make mods and resource packs these days are so creative. Like Fresh Animations is amazing. This is amazing. The like extra animations mod they have for like torches and stuff is cool. I would recommend to start with Red Wine Supernova. Ooh, okay. I'll add it to my listen later list. Like watch later, but listen later. That's gotta survive. It's gotta survive. Also, the guy that I am going to be rooming with next semester, he has been recommending me some songs throughout the semester that I just keep forgetting to listen to. Because we found out that we kind of have a similar music taste. Like he likes a lot of folk artists like I do. So yeah, he's been recommending me a few that I need to get around to listening to. Ooh, hello. Back. Get back, all of you. I wouldn't listen on stream. I don't think it's entirely family friendly. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't usually like listening to music, like reacting to music first time on stream just because of that. Even if some people say it's family friendly, like different countries have different standards for family friendly. I see like British streamers and YouTubers like say certain things that they consider PG, then I'm like, technically in America that's not considered PG. Maybe it's just because like I've grown up in the Bible Belt and culturally we're a bit more sensitive than most other places, but like I don't know. I don't want to risk it. Try to keep my channel as family friendly as possible. Like I'll talk about you know, serious stuff sometimes, like I talked about earlier, like the Palestine stuff, but like I won't you know, there are lines that I won't cross. You know. Ooh, back. Menaces. All of you. I don't like silverfish because they're hard to hit because they have such small hitboxes. And then I don't like my least favorite mob in the game is 𝗦𝗦𝗧𝗦𝗦s. 𝗦𝗦𝗧𝗦𝗦s are the worst because they go through blocks. Their hitboxes are small too. They're fast. They fly, so sometimes they fly out of reach. It's a mess. I am a certified Vex hater. Don't tell Cubfan. How is everybody feeling about the new update, by the way? I haven't really had a chance. I talked to Cubic. I've talked to you a little bit about the new update, but I haven't really heard anyone else's thoughts on it. How are we feeling about 121? I guess they're can't speak. They released the name, right? Isn't it is it Tricky Trials? Is that what they decided on? Yeah. I'm really liking it, honestly. When it first got announced, I wasn't like super hyped. Like I liked the crafter, some of the new copper blocks I was excited for, but I was like, I don't know. I could take it or leave it. But as things have been added over snapshots, I've really liked it. I don't know how often I'm going to go into the trial chambers, but like some of the little quality of life features they've added, like the new banner patterns, like you can make some cool stuff with them. Obviously I love all the new wolf breeds, even though it's technically 1.20.5. I'm kind of lumping it in with Tricky Trials because they're coming out so close together. Also, I'm not updating this world until 121 anyway, so I won't get them until then. I've been vibing to the new soundtrack. This new soundtrack is good. I'm still not super sold on what's his name. Not Lena Rain and not Kumi Tanioka? Is that their name? I like their tracks. It's the other guy. I'm still warming up to his music style because it's a little bit different, but I love all the new Lena Rain tracks. They're all my favorite. Aaron, that's his name, yeah. Hi, Ms. Welcome in. I've only really played the tough blocks and I love them. I'm happy with that already. Anything else is a bonus. Yeah, that's good. I feel like this update's done a really good job at like appealing to different play styles. Like there's a little something for everyone. The builders get new blocks to build with. The redstoners get the crafter, which redstone people almost never get new stuff. Well, I guess they got the target block recently. And like the lectern. I don't know. It's a little rare though when you get like game-changing redstone blocks like that. So there's that for them. For parkour people, there's like the wind charges, which are cool. PvPers have the trial chambers and the mace. Explorers have all the new shirts and patterns and trims and dog variants. So yeah, there's like a little bit of everything for everyone. Hello. How do you say your name? I tried to say it earlier because I was reading my offline follows and I forgot. Is it Whaleation? Like nation? Whaleation. Okay. You got it? Okay, cool. Well, welcome in. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I love the new dog variants. They're so cute. I love them too. I love that one looks like my real life dog because I have a mini Aussie. That's Maisie, who was in here earlier. I don't know where she's wandered off to now, but she is a little brown dog with a like white chest fur and a white muzzle and stuff. It's not a one-to-one comparison with the new wolf model, but it similar enough where I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my dog. So now I have Hershey, my black cat, and Maisie in game. It's great. Not regret a single bit voting for the armadillo. I know, we won. Everyone doubted us. They're like, you've chosen the worst mob. This is the worst mob vote yet. And I'm like, no. Trust. Mojang will cook. I have faith. They did. We were served. We were fed. I'm a proud crab voter, and I stand by it. Yeah, crabs would have been cool. They were my well, yeah, I still think they would have been my second choice. I think penguins would have been cute. I think utility-wise, though, I would have preferred the crab. Armadillo, I was like, it's cute, and the dog armor would be cool. And then we ended up getting the wolf variants as a bonus. So I was like, it was, in the end, I think the best choice. But I think they added commands to where you can actually, like, as a game rule, change your player reach. So if you wanted the crab just for the utility, you can get that as like a data pack or like a command now. So that is in the game. The crab claw obviously isn't, but I honestly think that might be the better of the situations, because then you don't need to have a certain tool to extend your reach. You can just change the game rules. To be honest, I would have had to be honest, I would have voted crab if it didn't spawn in mangrove swamps. Yeah, I would have preferred it spawn on beaches. Like, I know that in real life, crabs can... I was going to say they can spawn. they are in swamps, but I felt like swamps already recently got an update. Also, I already lag a bunch when I go to mangrove swamps. It might just be a me problem, but, like, my computer cannot handle mangrove swamps. They lag me to death. So I was like, I don't want to have another reason to go to a mangrove swamp aside from the wood and the frogs. And I felt like beaches could have used some more leaven, because there's nothing really unique about beaches. I felt like the savannah was way too empty. Yeah, that was another reason I wanted the armadillo, because it you know, had more life there. So I'm excited for it. But I mean, yeah, no new content. We have the really only sorry, I keep mumbling. The only reason you would really go to a savannah is if you like the color of the grass and leaves for a certain build, or if you want the acacia. Other than that, the color scheme of the crab didn't do it for me. Really, I really didn't mind it, because I thought, I mean, one, you can always change it in a resource pack, but then two, I was like, they might add variants, who knows? Although I thought they were going to add variants for the armadillo, and they didn't. Because, like, their concept art they showed, they, like, played around with, like, purple armadillos and orange ones. So I was like, I don't know, they might add one special one, like the screaming goat or whatever, how it has, like, the one variant, but they didn't end up doing that. You like the crab's design? Pretty unique. I did think the one big claw was kind of cool. Armadillo spawns in savannas and even the Badland. Oh, they also spawn in Badlands? I didn't know that. Probably some of the most dead biomes in a while. Yeah. I really like how soft many of the new textures look. I kind of want to find a texture pack that has all the textures bucket. Yeah, the new textures and animations and sound designs in the game. Ever since, like, I don't know, I'd say 1.18 maybe. I've really enjoyed all the mobs that they've added. I kind of wish that they would go back and update some old mob textures and models to to make a match. Like, get the guy that made Fresh Animations on the Mojang team. Fresh Animations adds so much life to the game. It's so, so good. And they're not, like, overly complicated animations either. Like, I don't think they would lag out low-end, and like gaming consoles. Like if you're playing on your phone or whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not a developer, but at least on here it doesn't really, on my computer, it doesn't make a big difference. And I don't have a super high-end computer. More like every single animation after 119, my beloved. Yeah, I mean the sniffer is probably my favorite. The Warden has great animations. The armadillo. I love that they made it because originally they weren't going to have it toward the head of the armadillo poked out of the shell. Would you call that a shell? The out of the box, I guess. But then they ended up adding that in, and I was like, ah, yes, it's so cute. Oh yeah, frogs are great too. Camel, yeah, I forgot about the camel. Honestly, I don't know if I properly interacted with the camel in like survival. Like I've spawned one in and created for sure. But I don't think I've actually like spent time going out and finding a camel and you know, taming it and whatever. I actually don't tame it, but you ride it. But they are cool. I do like them. Bum, bum, bum. I think they just don't want to make another texture full texture update again. What, like in 114? Yeah, I mean they definitely wouldn't base an update on texture updates, but I would like if they like slowly changed models over time. Or just animations. It might be good. The sounds of the armadillo, yeah, they're good too. The armadillo is probably the blockiest mob that we've ever added. Shulkers, slimes, and magma cubes have left the chat. It's true, it's true. Are you saying texture twice? It's fine. I feel like the game doesn't need a massive texture overhaul like in 114. Well, yeah, I don't think everything needs texture updates. Honestly, I feel like most textures are fine when it comes to mobs. I was just saying like the animations need some updates. I don't really have any blocks that I feel like could use updates. I'm trying to think. I mean, I definitely have resource packs that change some of the blocks, but like I don't think they're changes that everyone would like. Like what do I have right now? Fancy crops, it just makes the wheat texture a little nicer to me, a little more or less saturated, I guess. Warm smoke, campfire smoke's just like orange. So it looks like it's like being lit from underneath. I have string invisible because I use string in a lot of builds to like stop vine growth and stuff, but that's a personal preference. What else? Vines, I make it to where flowers are added to it once it's at full growth. So flowery grass. And then like other little things. Like minor, like very minor changes that I are just like for me. So yeah, I don't think very many textures need changes. There's just a few that look out of place. Yeah. I forgot they had the Vanilla Tweaks texture pack, and I forgot how ugly they are. Oh, you forgot you had it. For granite and diorite? Honestly, I used to be a diorite hater. I used to be like 𝗦𝗏𝗧𝗏85 levels of a hater on diorite, but like over time, it's grown on me. I think 𝗦𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏 has definitely been one of the main reasons for that. He uses it really well in his builds. So I've been shown granite too. I've seen granite used in a lot of gradients and stuff. I'm like, okay, I've grown to like it. I take back all the bad things I said in the past. But I'm talking mainly about the, I assume you say me raw diorite in granite? Yeah, this stuff, not the polished stuff. My favorite mods and resource packs are probably subtle changes that enhance the game while staying quite vanilla. Yeah, mine too. Polished are good. Love andesite. I don't think, does andesite have any haters? I think everyone loves andesite. It's a good one. It's like not as noisy as cobblestone, but not as clean as normal stone. It's like a good medium. And then in the new tough blocks. Ooh, thanks, Sor. Time to hydrate, everybody. Hydrate chat. Here's a little crinkle, my obligatory crinkle to let you know I'm hydrating. Ooh, and posture check. Thanks, Sor. I think andesite is a good egg. Egg? Is that what you meant? Am I going crazy? Do I not know what that means? Perfect subtle texture guide. Oh yeah, and I was saying that the new tough blocks are really good blocks to add in between. Hey Shaniko, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Tough is cobblestone, but cooler, especially with the new variants. Yeah. So like I was saying, like it's a good medium between like cobblestone and the deep slate. It helps with that transition. Yeah, it's cool. At first, I was like, do we really need another gray block when it was first announced? But then I've seen some of the stuff people have been building out of it, like Calvin. And I'm like, okay, I'm sold. This actually does feel like it was needed. And then I'm excited for like the new copper trapdoors because I use trapdoors a lot in my builds, and I've wanted an orange that matches the copper more than the acacia does. So I think it helps with that. Now I'm just hoping next update, please, Mojang, please give us more blue blocks. We are struggling in the blue block department. We don't have any blue stairs, any blue trapdoors, any blue slabs. It's rough. So they either need to give us some kind of snow biome update where we get new like ice blocks, or give us, I don't know, what are some naturally blue things that they could make as blocks? Or if they make an ends update, they could make up blue things. Or more nether stuff that's blue. I guess technically we have warped wood, but that's like greenish blue. Sent you something that I made for a video in DMs. Alrighty, I'll check it out after. I'll check it out after stream. Sorry. Excited to see. It's been a while since the last sword video. Yeah, I mean there's warped wood, but it's always just too bright for some. Well, it's too dark in my opinion. And it's got a little bit more of a green tint to it than I like. Like I'd like something that's more like lapis blue, either like baby blue, or something that's more like icy blue, but as slabs and stairs. You want more purple? We could use more purple too. We have purple for like slabs and stairs, but we don't really have um like I don't have anything purple on me. I don't know. Yeah, we don't have anything super purple. I bet we'll get a lot though if there's another end update. Maybe like dark purple or something. There's warped in the Prismarine family, but those are variants of blue. I would say Prismarine's more green than blue. But it does have some blue tints to it, especially like the just like the normal Prismarine. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. But yeah, just more hues in the blue and purple department would be great anyway. I'm the guy who built my creative diamond houses out of lapis. I like the color for builds so much. Yeah, I don't blame anyone who uses lapis in their builds. Like, we got plenty of blue blocks as far as like full blocks go, but my main gripe is that we just don't have enough blue slabs, stairs, and trapdoors. Because those can add a lot of detail to builds. And you just miss that if you want your build to be blue. Yeah, I'm curious what they'll do for the next update. I was so sure they were going to do a end update for 121 because of 15th anniversary of Minecraft. I was like, this would be a perfect time to do it, but I guess they're holding off, so maybe next time. I'm not complaining about this update though. I liked it. Boom, boom, boom. When I look at you. World of Color 2.0. Yes, yeah. Give us concrete stairs. I don't know if they'd actually do concrete stairs and slabs. They could. I never thought that they would give us stone slabs, like smooth stone slabs, back in the day when they had that like one. Was that 118? 117 maybe? Caving update? Maybe it was sooner than that. But yeah, I remember when they added that, I was like, oh my gosh, this is game changing. This is one of the best things they've ever added, and it's literally just stone slabs. People that are new Minecraft players don't know how rough we had it even like 5 years ago. Which is why like so many people like are always like, oh, I miss old Minecraft. And I'm like, you don't miss old Minecraft. Old Minecraft in comparison to new Minecraft was awful. You miss the vibes and the memories you made. But like as far as the game goes, like Minecraft today is so much better than Minecraft, like old Minecraft. I want something I can layer like snow. Yeah, that would be cool. I've always thought that they should add dirt and sand layers. Like anything that's like sediment, um, or like really broken down, like earthy resources, like those would be great for layer blocks. Because imagine like the cool dunes, like sand dunes you could make with sand layers. That'd be so cool. You want vertical slabs? I thought I heard at some point that they said they would never add vertical slabs. So like, while I would love them too, I've kind of like let it go. I've like accepted that we're never getting them. So just more walls in that case, because walls you can kind of use as vertical slabs or trapdoors. I miss the old console gliding mini game. Yeah, that was a good one. I need MCC Island to add like Terra Swoop Force maps to get to the other side. Because like you can download the map, but like I just want to go on a server and play games like that with people. If you download Terra Swoop Force, it's more of like solo. You can race in it, but then you'd have to invite people to the world and you have to get a server and everything. It's just hassle. Speaking of MCC, I didn't even watch the last MCC kickoff. I didn't get to watch it. Well, no, that's a lie. I did watch Battle Box, and I watched To Get to the Other Side. I watched Michaela Dark Eyebrows' point of view because I had a little bit of time in between doing some homework and having to go to work. Or no, was it work the day I watched it? I was doing something that day. It might have been work. Um, so I managed to catch the last few rounds of Battle Box and then all of To Get to the Other Side, but I didn't watch the full thing live. Most of what I watched was clips, and I went back and watched a couple of VODs afterwards. But it was a good event. I like a lot of the new people that they added in, because they added in some more hermits, and then some other people. But it was good. I watched Pink and Green MCC point of views. Who was on Green? Because Pink was Team Ties from Hermitcraft. I can't remember who Green was. Was that the ants? Was that like Elena and then Small Ant? Oh, Fire Breath Man, Joel, X, and Scar. Gotcha. Who were the ants? Were they Lime then? Or am I just way off? I might just be way off. It might have been Cy. Oh no, they were Cyan because the post said Ants. That's right. I did see a few clips from X's point of view, and it's so funny because he's just enamored the whole time. He's just like, oh my gosh, this is my 𝗦𝗢𝗔𝗦𝗛𝗧𝗦 impression. He's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I love it here. I'm having such a good time, and it was so wholesome. I loved it. I love X. Welcome back, Alpin. We're talking about MCC. Did you happen to catch the last MCC? I actually watched most of MCC on Saturday for once. Really? Do you not usually catch them? Yeah, I was saying most of what I watched was like certain VODs. I went back and watched some point of views from certain games, but the only thing that I caught live was 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗓𝗔𝗟𝗦 Battle Box and To Get to the Other Side. They did pretty good for those. I don't think they ended up placing very high in the event overall, but they won. They got first in To Get to the Other Side. They had some good rounds in Battle Box too. Your X impression is great. Hello, or no, I'm not gonna do it. Um, yeah, I love X. He's great. Now, I'm usually doing my own events or seeing friends on Saturdays, so it was nice to watch. Gotcha. Yeah, MCC is great. It's a good event. Now, if only they could add Ace Race to to MCCI. That's like the one game because I wanted to play To Get to the Other Side the longest time, and I finally got to once they added it to Minecraft Championship Island. But yeah, I haven't gotten to play Ace Race, and I'm very jealous of all the people that have played it. It looks really fun. Which made me sad when it wasn't on the event list for this last MCC. I'm like, what? How are you gonna have an MCC without Ace Race? This is criminal. I didn't watch a whole lot. I saw a few clips from the Pink Parrots' go at what was it? What's the new game called? The minecart one. I watched some of it. I still don't have a great feel for how the game works. Railroad Rush, yeah. I don't have a great feel for how the game works. Like I watched the update video on it, explaining it, and then I saw a few clips from the Pink Parrots, but like I need to watch some more. I don't really fully understand how it works. So I don't know if I like it yet. But I don't dislike it. I just like don't have an opinion. I'm not sure how I feel about Railroad Rush. I think I like the PvP games better. Interesting. I tend to zone out with the PvP games. Parkour Warrior, it's not technically PvP, but there is a little bit of a PvP element to it. I like it. Battle Box, unless I'm watching a team that's really good at PvP, I tend to zone out a little bit during it. What else? What else PvP? I tend to zone out during Sky Battle. Just because I've seen Sky Wars play out 1,000 times over the years. So it's such an old game. Whenever they do, they don't really do Hunger Games much anymore, or survival games. I don't know what they call it for the event, but I've seen that so many times that I kind of zone out during it. What else is PvP? I can't think. I tend to like more of the racing games. So like Ace Race to get to the other side, even Rocket Spleef. It's not necessarily a race, but I do really enjoy it. I like Sky Battle and Battle Box slot as well as Hole in Wall's great. That's probably because I play on MCCI. Oh yeah, because those are the ones that are on the server, huh? Ooh, no, you want to know what one of my favorites is? Ace Race is my all-time favorite to watch, but I do really love me some Sands of Time. Except, oh my gosh, I don't know if y'all saw the Pink Parrots' run. I watched Tango's VOD back. Well, I didn't watch his VOD back. I watched JoJo Solo. She was going through a bunch of different teams and like reacting to them play different events. She reacted to Tango Tech's Sands of Time, and it's one of the hardest things one of the hardest things I've ever watched. Like, I don't know, a Minecraft video hasn't made me as emotional as when I watched it. People who are cracked at Sands of Time and Ace Race are fascinating. No, yeah, I love watching. I think 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓 has decided not to do as many events because it they get too anxious during them. She said, I think they said they might do like non-canon events in future, but they're gonna try to stay away from the main ones because it's too competitive and people online are mean. But they are really good at Sands of Time. Like they're usually the Sandkeeper, and they're like really good at communicating with the team. I love watching their POV. JoJo's pretty good, I think. But yeah, Tango Tech's Sands of Time, I felt so bad for him because he got so excited to play it, and he died so early on, and like I could tell he was already stressed from other games in the event because he's not a great PvPer, um, and stuff like that, and also he's just like he worked himself up because he knew that he thought people were going to be mean online about his performance in all these games. So like going in, he was really nervous and like really jittery. Um, but yeah, it came down to Sands of Time, and he died within like the first 2 minutes maybe. And I like legitimately I wanted to cry. I was like it was rough. But like he did good, he made a good comeback because they ended up getting him out of his little like sand prison um and reviving him. And he ended up doing pretty well. Like he got for a first run at Sands of Time, like he definitely wasn't the worst. I just felt so bad for him because he got like so in his head about it. Um, but Tango's great. Um, I've always thought that Decked Out felt like Sands of Time. Like, you know the meme where it's like you versus the girl she tells you not to worry about, or the guy she tells you not to worry about. I always think of that meme when I think of like Decked Out compared to Sands of Time. Like Decked Out is like Sands of Time times 10, you know? As far as like how complicated it is and how detailed it is or complex. Felt so bad for Tango. People who are cracked at Sands of Time and Ace Race are fascinating. Wait, what happened to Tango? Yeah, so he went in and he got like stuck on a ladder in one of the dungeon rooms and ended up getting killed by a bunch of zombies, and he just got like really emotional and worked up about it. It's not a fun watch. I might, because like he didn't like rage, like, because like people can get really emotional when playing video games, like Fortnite, or like, you see those clips all the time of gamers just like throwing fits and rage quitting because of losses. He didn't like rage quit, but like he got really emotional and like threw something off his desk, but like you could tell like he really didn't want to let the team down, and he put all this pressure on himself. And like I've been there, not in Minecraft, but like in other situations in life, like I have felt that level of frustration and stuff. So like I felt him in that moment. Like I was like, I know what you're feeling, and I feel so bad. um but no, he did great, like coming back, like I said. It's just that the first half of Sands of Time from his POV is, it's a rough watch, like emotionally. Especially in competitive environments. Yeah, because that's one thing. I saw a clip from season 9 at some point. Scar was trying to convince him to join MCC, and he was like, I just don't know. Like, he's like, I don't really care about being competitive. Like, I don't care if I lose the event, but he's like, I care how people are gonna judge me on Twitter and stuff after the event. So you could tell leading up to this one, since it was his first time, like he was nervous about it. But no, I like overall I think he did good for a first MCC. I hope it doesn't discourage him too much. Like, I hope he comes back, even if for like a non-canon event. Because I love Tango, and I'd love to see him with more of the hermits in MCC. But at the same time, I understand if he chooses not to do it again in the future, because it definitely didn't seem like it was his cup of tea. From what I've watched, teams that are in 10th place always get in their heads about it. It's so sad. No, yeah. There are two POVs from all of MCC that I've watched that I I like, I feel bad for him. It was Tango, and then I remember one of the last MCCs that Nikki 𝗦𝗢𝗓 played in. She got really emotional about it, which she had a lot of other outside pressures, like not just because of her MCC performance, because back then a lot of the Minecraft community was real like um misogynistic towards her, I guess, and like put unfair standards on her. But I remember watching her POV, like one of her last MCCs, and people were like tearing her up. And I felt so bad. Like, there have been so many times with MCC where I'm like, it's supposed to be a fun event, but the fandom makes it so much more serious than it needs to be. And I feel so bad for the creators who are just trying to have a fun time, you know? See it in MCCR too, since that's usually their only shot at playing. Oh yeah, I remember the first MCCR. One, people are just mean during MCCR because they're jealous that they didn't get into the event. And so they're like, I'm not going to support you because, you know, you took what could have been my spot. But then, yeah, it's like people start, especially the teams that have creators who are like real small, um, you know, they put all this pressure on themselves because they like have all these eyes watching them for the first time. Like they've spiked in viewership and stuff like that. And yeah, it definitely seems stressful. While I've wanted to do MCCR in the past, I don't. I understand that it's probably real stressful, and I don't know how I would react if I were in their position. You agree the fandom can be so toxic? Yeah. Hopefully it gets better though. I mean, I've definitely seen recently, and maybe that's just because I've been surrounding myself with more uh positive parts of the fandom on Twitter, especially with like MCYT highlights. I'm trying to like foster a more positive community, but like it's gotten better, but it could still use some work. I was actually surprised at how little people were mad at Tango, even though he messed up in Sands of Time. Like, I was really it sounds weird to say proud of just people I don't know, but I was proud of the people that like worked hard on him on Twitter. I felt like I saw a lot less mean comments than you normally see from MCC participants. So that's good to see. Hopefully it keeps getting better, but there's always going to be some stinkers. And you just got to, you know, brush them off, ignore them. But yeah, I'm excited for future events. I guess MCC Pride should be coming up next, and then either in June or July, there's MCC Twitch Rivals again. They're doing it in real life again, like they did at TwitchCon, and I loved that MCC. That was great. I'm trying to remember who I watched that time. I think I watched Scar's POV because I was excited to see him meet up with the hermits in real life, since, you know, because of his disability, he doesn't get to travel much. So I think I watched him. I watched a little bit of Purple Pandas too, because I liked seeing AMC and Gucky on a team together. Sunship duo, that was great. But at least I don't know if you're still here, but this song I remember you recommended to me once, and I've loved it ever since. It's been in almost all my playlists on Apple Music. It's a vibe. I need to go back and into my inventory. I'm just trying to grab as much as I can here while I'm this far into the mine. I guess this isn't even the stronghold anymore. I've just like gone off through a mine shaft. Probably come back through and fill up these tunnels. I know it's weird. Most people will just go light up tunnels to keep mob spawning. It might be because I have the free cam mod and I tend to go underground and x-ray a bunch. But like I don't like seeing all these caves, so I like to fill them in. Because one, that stops mob spawning. But then also it just makes it easier to like navigate to actual open caves that you want. I don't necessarily consider it cheating because one, once you're in the in game, like diamonds don't serve a huge purpose unless you want trims. Because you can get so much gear from villagers. Hey, dump anything else out? Here we go. So yeah, I tend to x-ray a bunch, but I like to make it look nice while I'm x-raying. I won't obviously on like public servers though, because that's cheaty. But when it's single player like this, I don't see any problem with it. Ooh, actually, does this? No, I better stack that. Yeah, let's go into my inventory. Oh, hi, May. Welcome back. Maisie's back from wherever she was. Going back into your beanbag. I wish I did have a dog cam. I might need to invest in, because if I'm gonna do that 10-year reaction video of like my old videos from the last 10 years, I might want to like invest in a face cam finally. I might not do a lot of face cam streams in future just because like even though I've done a face reveal and stuff like that and I don't like hide my face, I just don't like being like the thought of being watched. But if I'm doing a reaction video like that, or if I want to do just chatting streams in future, maybe I will invest in a face cam just for those few streams and videos. See if I can do that again. I remember my friend's server where the owner told us we can use X-ray, and I took it as a challenge to get more diamonds than everyone else without X-ray. I lost. Yeah, like I don't even use it for diamonds because honestly, I couldn't care less if I had a bunch of diamonds on my single player world. Because like all of my diamond gear I get from villagers. So even the diamonds that I mine up, except for like the first few to get my like diamond pick to get to the nether and stuff like that. After early game, I don't have a use for diamonds, so it's mainly just to find caves like this that I need to light up or patch up. Hello? Can I pick you? Fine. Here, let's get rid of these slabs. I'm not gonna use them. Iron is better, yeah. But even then you can just get an iron farm. So really late game, I guess if you want raw iron, you can't get raw iron, which it's a good building block. So that's why most of the, or not most, a lot of the ores that I've gotten in this world so far, I've kept as raw because I know I can farm the smelted stuff later. I don't really like iron farms for some reason. Too cheaty for you. Because I get that. Everyone's got their lines they won't cross when it comes to exploitative Minecraft features. You know, some people don't like villager trading because they feel like it's too overpowered. Some people don't like iron farms or TNT duping. I'm trying to think what my thing is that I don't like doing. That's like that I feel is too cheaty. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I will do a lot. Like I'm fine with TNT duping. I'm fine with iron farms. I'm sure I have one. I just can't think of one. I mean, I do a lot of cheaty Minecraft stuff, but they drop roses. I feel you just feel bad for the iron golems. That's also a fair one. I guess that's one thing. I don't like killing animals. I've gotten that way recently. It just feels bad. It feels mean. I know that they're pixels that don't have feelings, just ones and zeros, but you know, especially with fresh animations, they look so sad and scared. I just can't bring myself to do it. Am I even going the right way? I've gotten lost in here. Gosh, I can't see. And you go through this tunnel and left. I'm the same way sometimes. Yeah. Like I haven't killed what mobs have I killed in this world? I've killed a few accidentally. I've killed a bunch of bats while in the mine on accident because sometimes I'll be like shooting at skeletons and one flies in the way. I did kill one axolotl one time. I was in a lush cave and I was swinging at some mobs and he was in the crossfire. I killed a chicken at some point. I don't remember when that one was. Everything else is hostile. I've killed squid. Oh no, I have killed squid. Squid are one mob that I will kill because it's really hard to get ink any other way. You can technically set up a squid farm that like automatically kills them, but it's like it takes time and they're not always the most efficient. So squids are like the one thing that I'll make an exception to. And then everything else is hostile. Here we go. We finally found our way out. Black dye is the biggest pain to get, yeah. Because Wither Rose farms are really hard to set up and really dangerous. And then squid, you either have to go and kill them yourself or set up a squid farm, which, like I said, you have to drain a lot of rivers. Gotta find the right biome, and then you gotta dig a lot, and it's like, it's not worth it. Go get some looting on your sword and go kill a few in a lake. It doesn't take that much time. I guess the only problem is if you have a big build with like lots of concrete or something. You need a lot of black dye for. I think I'm going to stream to the 3-hour mark, and then I might end. But I've had a good time on stream today, guys. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate all the new people that have come in and followed and said hi. I've enjoyed sharing all my secrets about 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗟𝗦 highlights, and then just getting to catch up with y'all since I haven't streamed. And I don't think I've streamed since January, honestly. Since the semester started, because I had planned to, but I just got so busy with the semester. Oh, see what I'm saying? The bats are just here. I'm sorry, buddy. The one guy who paid for 1 ink with the totem and diamonds. What? Oh, you paid for 1 ink sack with the totem and diamonds? I don't know if I'd go. Well, I don't know if I'd pay that much for one. I could just go to a river myself. Ah, dude, get out of the way. I don't want to add you to my statistics. I'm trying to be passive. You're too cute, especially with the new model update. Please don't make me hit you. Hey, I thought is that torch not close enough? I might have spawned on the other end and climbed through. You couldn't find one you were looking for so long. That's what I get. Oh, I never turned my sounds back on after the Enderman farm. I wonder if it felt quiet. Ooh, we got a chest here I haven't opened. Just can't stack them, so I'll usually leave the mine carts in the mine, and then when I'm coming back to fill up these tunnels, I'll take it out then. It's just a cave. I'll take the mine carts though. And the land is dark, and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. just as long as you stand by me. Darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand. Oh, I forgot. Just gonna be water left. Landfall. Tremble in the sea. Cry. I won't cry. No, I won't shed a tear. As long as you stand by me. Darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. I think mine shafts are underrated for the amount of resources you can get from them. Like, maybe it's just because I'm like a Minecraft hoarder. I like to hoard resources, but like, I love coming and mining out mine shafts because you can get tons of cobwebs, either if you need a bunch of string or if you want the actual cobweb block to go with. 2, you get so many rails. If you ever need rails for anything, like mine shafts got you set. Plus, there's just a bunch of wood down here you can use. Yeah, that's about it. But like, you know, those are some good resources. And you just have to clear out these mine shafts. And in the strongholds, you get plenty of stone bricks. Underrated structure for real. I'm a fan. What's your favorite Minecraft biome? It might be because I'm just like this world I'm building in one, but I really like the taiga. I used to love jungles. I used to have a Minecraft series on my YouTube called Minecats, and it was in a jungle. I think I used to just like it because it was the only place you could get cats. When you don't have to cause deforestation for your wood, yeah. I don't think nowadays, I like jungle still for like the grass color. I wouldn't say it's maybe one of my favorites. I like snowy biomes too. Ice spikes, snowy taigas, stuff like that. Mainly the colder biomes, I would say, are my favorites. Because they feel cozy. You can make a lot of cozy builds in a taiga or in any of the snowy biomes. What about y'all? What are y'all's favorite biomes? As you say, you love the snowy taiga. I feel like cherry blossom forests. What do they call them? Is it cherry groves? What's the biome name? I would like them more if the biomes weren't so small. They're real small because it's only on like the top of certain mountain ranges. And since it's a peak, it's like a little small. You can find some big ones. There are some generations that make them big, but most of the time if you find one, they're not going to be real big. And I love the color of the grass, and I love the color of the water in those biomes. I just don't know how worth it is to build there because they're small. I need to get ready to go back to my uni flat, so I must leave now. Alrighty, Elise. Bye. Thanks for hanging out and modding for a bit for me. I appreciate it. Have a good time headed back. Have a safe trip. I'm singing that song in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. And down to the riptide, making my way through the dark side. Ooh, I've been meaning to ask. Anybody been watching anything good recently? I haven't gotten much of an opportunity to watch anything. As I've said many times before, a busy semester. I have stuff that I want to watch. A lot of stuff on Disney that I haven't watched. I'm boycotting at the moment. But once I'm done, or if I can find a way to sell the 7 Cs, if you will, I do really want to watch Abbott Elementary Season 3. It's one of my favorite sitcoms at the moment. And I haven't watched any of this new season. So, I might need to get on that. I'm watching Supergirl with my friends. I'm currently watching Legends of Korra for the first time. I've not watched any of the Avatar stuff, but I hear it's really good. I should watch it sometime soon. I don't think Netflix is one of the boycott brands. I'll have to check, but if not, I might check it out. I'm thinking about rewatching Arcane again for like the 70th time. I love Arcane so much, and the new season comes out, I think, in December. I'm so hyped for it. I can talk about Arcane for ages. Like, it is it's just like a beautiful show, like artistically. But like also the story is one of the most tightly written and well written stories I've ever seen on a TV show. It's so good. And I don't even play League of Legends. I just love Arcane by itself. So I might. Still haven't seen Arcane, but I really want to. It's worth it, honestly. I mean, you might need to go in with some trigger warnings. It's violent. I don't know. If you're anything like me, like, animated violence isn't as bad. Like, I get real squeamish with real violence. Like, I watched Breaking Bad last summer for the first time, and Better Call Saul, and some of the scenes in those shows, I had to, like, look away. Like, I could not watch. Animated violence, I'm not as bothered by, because, like, there's that separation. Like, I can tell it's not real. But it's very violent. Lots of, I guess, trigger warning for, like, abuse. There's some, like, family abuse in it. That's not great. Like, physical abuse. I guess those would probably be the main trigger warnings. But it's dark, but it's a beautiful story, honestly. A sad story as well, but it's just like, I can't say much without spoiling it, but it is worth your time, honestly. I wish more people would watch it, but it's got both stigmas of being an animated show, which everyone thinks animated stuff is just for kids, when this is absolutely not for kids. And then also it's like a video game adaptation, so that's another stigma people just a lot of video game adaptations people don't have a lot of faith in, or don't think they'll enjoy just because they don't play the game. Like I said, I don't know anything about League of Legends, and I still love Arcane to death. Try to watch after I finish Korra. Yeah. And I will try to watch some of the Avatars. We'll trade off. I have so many things I want to watch that it's now becoming available, or just never become available here. Oh yeah, because streaming from other countries is tricky. Because y'all get stuff that we can't get sometimes, so we get stuff that you can't get sometimes. It's weird. So I'm become a bit of a professional at finding a ship. Like a ship from a series to fan over. At finding a ship, skull flag. I'm putting two and two together. I see what you mean now. If you want a good pirate ship to sail the seven seas with, Reddit is a good spot. That's literally one of the only reasons I use Reddit is to find ships, if you will. I like our code. Yeah, Reddit's good. Sometimes you can get stuff from Twitter. I tend to play it safe and only watch stuff that's been uploaded to Google Drive. I know that there are some websites that are more popular to find stuff in, but I am afraid of getting viruses. So I just tend to like look and see if anyone's uploaded anything to Google Drive. Because I know if you download anything from Google Drive, you could get a virus, but if you just watch something through Drive, you're usually safe. Like I always do. Where are you? So you get up way too. This is a love song to a girl. Never know it's about her. It seems too good, but I'm much too shy to tell her. Please be me with that smile all the while. Sorry, I just went into music vibing mode. That's something, if you're new here, that's something you'll notice a lot in my streams. I've been especially chatty today because I've had so much to catch up with y'all on. But usually, like, when I'm in periods when I'm streaming more often, and I have less to catch y'all up on. A lot of times in my streams, I'll just go into, like, vibing mode, where I kind of just go quiet and, like, listen to music while I play. Which I apologize for. If you guys just, like, cozy vibes, like, listening, like, I tend to like streams where people don't talk a whole lot, because it feels like I'm just, like, in a room with somebody, you know? Just hanging out. Enjoying each other's company. Some people don't like that. Some people do. If you do like that, then you might like my streams. If not, maybe watch my videos instead. Uh-oh, is your Wi-Fi acting up? That's no good. We're almost done anyway, so if you gotta go, no worries, you won't miss out much. There's another one. Ah, there you are. Oh, someone's downloading something. Needless to say, I keep in check. Get out of here. I don't want to see you around. Someone took the big L, now that's out. Looking at you sideways, right on to me. sunflower. Alright, I should go and put some of this up. And then we can find somebody to raid into. I love my dorm Wi-Fi sometimes. Actually, honestly, my Wi-Fi at my school is amazing compared to my Wi-Fi here at my house. It's kind of weird. You would expect it to be different, but I guess with my school having to support so many kids, both in the dorms and in classes and faculty, like, I guess it makes sense they would have to have a really strong internet. All right. Honestly, this isn't a very scenic spot to end. Let's go through the end back to. Oh, I thought I missed that. I thought I was gonna fall. I literally felt my heart jump. Let's go to spawn. It's more scenic. It's a nicer spot to end stream. Alrighty. Where can we end? We'll end at the Rift. Why not? Oh, and we got the bird song now that we're out of the caves. Beautiful. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate all of the new faces that I've seen. It's been great getting to know some of you guys, and share my big secret finally that I am 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗓𝗏𝗡. It's been fun. But yeah, if you guys haven't already and you've enjoyed today's stream, please feel free to follow. Also, check out all of my other links in the description. Insta, Twitter, my YouTube, all that fun stuff if you feel like it. Let's find someone to raid. Who's live? Who's live? We can raid. Let's raid 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗏. I don't know if y'all know who 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓𝗏 is, but she is a super cool streamer and also a super cool artist. She is on the, is it One Shot? Yeah, the One Shot SMP, which is like a hardcore SMP that they run for a month. A lot of people are on. So yeah, y'all head on over there. Have a great time. Be sure to be nice. And yeah, I will see you guys all in the next stream. Later, guys. Bye. 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓𝗏𝗏 is meowt. Oh, wait. I just realized I didn't start the raid. I just said we're raiding. So you'll have a second to raid, or to join the raid. My bad. It's been a while since I've streamed. I'm blaming it on that. Alrighty. I think we're good now. So see you guys later.